Good evening, everyone. It's Francis, 4:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time, outside of Houston. The most interesting news today would be Cumbre Vieja, the volcanoes that are erupting on La Palma of the Canary Islands. I thought I'd come in and do some search on some background for this area. So I've captured a lot of images that we're going to run through in a slideshow. But I love Google Earth a lot too, and so we're going to at least get a view of what this all looks like, this alien world known as Cumbre Vieja. And I suppose speak on the breakup potential of the island. I am not one way or the other hoping and praying that the island breaks up. Of course, I'm not doing that. I want it to stay together. I find lots of details coming in and out of today's news to be epic. Epic, you know what we're talking about. Epic news. We're getting epic news, ladies and gentlemen. So here's some more epic news. There's others, but because this one's so on fire, we'll talk about it. We're going to go zoom into La Palma and look at the park, the natural park of Cumbre Vieja. All right. First off, we're just going to come out. My interpretation is the arm of an octopus. Now, if I'm thinking about what I think I know about volcanology, is that as these land masses move over eons, the hot spots move along a line as the mass moves. Now, that may not be the case here, and this just may be something I've never really witnessed before as far as a hot spot of activity. But we can see here it looks like an octopus arm. It looks like all sorts of different pockets. So when I was looking at the eruptions last night, it was going, man, these are just widespread. Now I need to match up. What I really want to do is match up what's actually popping off with this map here and see if they're in the same locale, if they're in a different locale. But this is the area that's going off. The Cabeza de Vaca. Cow's head is where it is popping off. I don't know if it's going to say it somewhere, but Google Earth really does us proud by being able to come in and see what kind of environment we're talking about. So we can only imagine that each and every one of these pockets, divots here, produced a lava stream at some time in the past. Be interesting to know again which pockets are going off. You can see them down the slopes here. Now, from what I've read in articles, 1949 and then 1971. And after the 1971 eruption, some gentlemen went in and came up with the theory that there was a rift created along the structural lines of this island. Dr. Day. I also found, though, another document that was done in 2013 that also speaks about these rifts. See if I can pop that up. That was going to be this one right here. Well, I gotta see if I can get to it. I'm trying to make a vid. I'm hoping maybe to add this video in. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I didn't add this one. Put it in the storyboard. New structural, hydrogeological, and hydrothermal insight on the Cumbre Vieja, La Palma, Canary Islands, Spain. Stefani Barde Cabuson, Anthony Finizola, Victor Villasamy, Marcos Rafael Abella, Silvia Arago, Carol Berthold, Pedro Ibarra, Pedro Torres, and Evelina Geyer. Nowhere in there is Dr. Day, who they debunk. The Institute of Earth Sciences, Laboratories Geosciences, Observatorio Geofísico, Instituto Geológico, Centro Geofísico. Determining the link between shallow structure and volcanism is a topic of interest to volcanology. We carried out a geophysical study devoted to the characterization of the major structural limits influencing volcanic hydrothermal activity, and this is the important word, hydrothermal activity, and underground meteoric circulations in La Palma, Canary Islands. Since 1 MA volcanic activity concentrates at the southern half of the island, the Cumbre Vieja volcanic rift zone, during the 1949 eruption, a N-S fault system facing west developed in the summit area of the Cumbre Vieja. This was interpreted as the surface expression of an incipient deformation zone on the western flank. The distribution of the recent activity and faulting indicates that a discontinuity may be present beneath the western flank of Cumbre Vieja, along which a future collapse may occur. Now, I'm into quality control. I know what discontinuity means and indications. These are areas in welds, and that's what we're talking about for me, welds and material that you have an indication of a gap, space, crack, something. Discontinuity is a crack, line, deviation of some sort in the host material. And these are the words I come up to, which combines the application of self-potential and soil temperature measurements, provides new information to characterize and locate the limits guiding upward or downward fluid circulation, and possibly associated to future failures and potential landslides on the Cumbre Vieja rift zone. We found a clearly asymmetry of the self-potential signal between the eastern and western flanks of the Cumbre Vieja. Strong infiltration of meteoric water seems to affect most of the summit axis, while we observe poor variation in the self-potential values on the western flank. This could be explained by a constant thickness of the Vadco zone on this flank, i.e., the presence of an impermeable layer at constant depth. This layer could correspond to the landslide interface associated to the previous Cumbre Nueva edifice destruction, on which the Cumbre Vieja is currently growing. This constant self-potential pattern is interrupted by... I have to get out. Oh, still not it. Come on. Let's get that. Place in storyboard. Open it. By at least one other main infiltration zone near Tajuya volcano at 1,200 meters ASL on the western flank, where field observation allowed identifying a small horse-graben system. However, this is not clear if the fault system results from a local extension or from larger scale instability. And this is their report here, and they went detail. This is 2013, and this is not Dr. Day. Different. Now we're going to have to come in here and find out what this word is. Observation allowed identifying a small horse-graben system. Okay, let me touch a little bit more later. Let me put this down.